Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Sally Pinto and I'm from the Yonkers Newark neighborhood naturally occurring retirement community. We launched back in January of 2020 and we're here to serve seniors 60 plus in Northeast Yonkers. We have lots of fun programs and activities, and we also have a lot of resources for you as well. Our programs include meditation chair yoga, body mind fitness, bingo, and any other programs that you might be interested, like arts and gardening. We have our resource specialist, Alexa Smith, who can help you with finding services and activities out there for you, as well as our nurse, Barbara Simone, who can help answer your health-related questions. We're here for you, we're here for our community, and we look forward to seeing you in our programs. Enjoy.
Hello, everybody. I'm Alexa Smith, the resource specialist with the Yonkers Newark. I'm here to help with application assistance, referrals for home delivered meals, and transportation services will be coming soon. We also offer Zoom activities and Zoom programs. And if you have any other questions or concerns, I'm here to help. Thank you so much and enjoy the program.
Welcome. I'm Barbara Simone, registered nurse. I recently retired from Westchester County's Health Department as a public health nurse. I am now here to try to assist you with any medical or preventive care issues. Enjoy this program, and I'm looking forward to working with you.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to go ahead and give a quick little tip here before we get started about getting into your workout regime. Sometimes it's easy when we feel really motivated that we want to start creating some change in our body to feel excited and be like, I'm going to work out 5 days per week for 20 minutes, or I'm going to take 5 classes per week, every day. And we set the bar maybe a little bit too high in the beginning. A really important thing to remember when you're trying to build on your fitness, especially in the beginning, is the most important part is developing the habit. Okay. So that means setting a realistic goal. That may be 10-minute workouts 3 times a week, right? Because it's hard to talk yourself out of 10 minutes of work. You know what I mean? You say, well, I know I can do 10 minutes, right? That's realistic, right? And that helps create the habit, and it helps make you feel successful because you went ahead and did it. So my suggestion for you is, if you're getting started in something, think along those terms. Think of habit building first, okay? And then you can progress more with your exercises as the habit is created. So for the first month, even for the first week, say, I'm going to commit to 10 minutes of exercise 2 to 3 times, and pick your days. Be a little bit specific, right? That, figure out days that work for you, and commit to that, right? And the more you do that, the more that's just going to be your new norm, right? It's just going to be what you do. It's just a part. It's like brushing your teeth. You don't think about brushing your teeth, right? It's just your habit. It's just something you get up and do. Your exercise can be the same way. You just need to make sure you set those goals realistic. And over time, as that habit develops, you can then increase time, increase intensity of your workout, and so forth. So I hope that's helpful to some of you, or maybe new or just starting your journey in figuring out how can I become successful, okay? And that consistency is going to be all the difference, right? Staying consistent with your habits there. Okay, so I'm going to start. We're going to start with a couple stretches for the neck, as we always do, the neck and head. And then I'm going to show options of sitting and standing exercises. And I'm going to show options if you have a light pair of dumbbells. These are 3 pounds, okay? Anywhere, I wouldn't say over 5. I'd say 3 to 5 pounds is plenty. And you do not need dumbbells, though, okay? You can do this with, Z brought up a good point, water bottles, right? Use some water bottles as long as it's equal weight. Go ahead and use some water bottles. Or just, just use your body weight. You don't need anything, okay? All right, so here we go. First things first, let's sit up nice and tall on our chair. I want you to think of that marionette string, pulling your spine up nice and tall. It's active just to sit here. My spine is not rounded and I'm not scooped in, okay? Sitting up nice and tall. We're just gonna do, remember, this is a very small movement, but we're just tucking our chin back and forward, okay? Back and forward. It's a very small movement. See it from the side. We're gonna do 10. Here we go. 10. Just a little stretch to the back of the neck here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, very small movement. Okay, just stretching out the neck in the back here. Now we're going to still maintaining our nice and tall position here. We're going to look to one direction over our shoulder, back to center, and then the other direction. Center. Other direction. Center. And the other side. Center. Again. Center. Center. Again. Center. And center. Good. One more each side. Center. And center. Good. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're sitting up nice and tall here. I'm kind of towards the edge of my seat, so I have some space behind the back of the chair. I'm sitting up tall, and then I'm going to scoop and tuck my chin round my spine, right? Feel that nice stretch. My hands are on my knees. And then I'm going to exhale. I'm going to lift it all up. I'm going to lift my heart towards the ceiling. All right. Put your head where it's comfortable. Look forward if your neck hurts. You can look up if you're comfortable with that. And then you're going to round it again. Inhale. Tuck it all in. Tuck the chin. And then exhale. Lift that heart to ceiling. Inhale. Round it down. Warming up that thoracic spine. Exhale, lift the heart to ceiling. Inhale, round it in. And exhale, lift it all up again. Heart to ceiling. Good. And relax, okay? Next, we're gonna go into 2 rounds of 3 exercises. We're gonna start, we're still body weight here. We're gonna start with shoulder circles back, or forward and back, okay? So we're just gonna keep our palms down by our sides, okay? We're still just loosening up everything in the upper body, and we're gonna roll forward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, now we're gonna reverse that, rolling back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out. Still sitting up nice and tall. We're gonna do our L fly. So we're literally gonna make an L with our arm here. I've got a 90-degree bend through my elbow, okay? I'm gonna bring my, my elbows up in front, my palms are facing one another, and I'm gonna exhale, I'm gonna pull back, and I'm gonna think of squeezing my shoulder blades together. I'm working the back of my upper back here, okay? So think of the back of the shoulder blades. 1, 2, sitting up tall, keep that core engaged. 3, still body weight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Remember, I stressed that one's really good for posture. This is a good, so it's, you know, it helps strengthen those muscles so we're not sitting forward like this throughout our day, okay? All right, the next one we're gonna do is an alternating lat stretch. So we're stretching underneath the shoulder here. I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna kind of reach my fingertips to where the wall and the ceiling meet. Reach up and feel that stretch through the side of the body. Okay, that's 2. We're gonna go to 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We're going to go back to the top again. This time, we're going to do straight arm circles here like this, okay? So we're going to go forward for 8 and back for 8. However, if this bothers your shoulder joint, I want you to maintain with the fingertips down by the sides, okay? So that's your modification if bringing them out to the sides is too much stress on your body, okay? All right, so we're gonna go forward for 8. Here we go. 1, 2, sitting up tall, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, shake it out. We're gonna do the same thing, but going backwards now. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Shake it out. We're going to go back to our L flies. Okay, again, remember this exercise is for our back. Think of our posture, thinking of sitting up nice and tall. It works those muscles in the back. So we're making an L through our elbows. We're going to bring them to the palms are facing forward. I'm sitting up nice and tall. I'm not, I'm not rounded in my spine here. I'm sitting up tall, and we're going to exhale. We're going to pull back and squeeze the shoulder blades together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Good. Feeling that second set there. All right, now we're going to go back to our alternating lat stretch. Okay, so remember we're reaching up and over. Those fingertips are going to where the wall and the ceiling meet, and then coming back to center, and then reaching up and over to the other side. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Shake it out. Go ahead, round your back there a little bit. All right. We are going to go into our next block. We're going to do 3 rounds through, and they're going to be some combination moves. So let's go ahead for the first round or 2. Keep this body weight, and then I'm going to give you the option if you'd like to on your last round. You can add some dumbbells, but I want you to get a feel for it first so you can assess if dumbbells is appropriate for you for this. So we're going to do, it's a combination move, okay? We're going to do 4 of our seated high rows. Okay, so remember, like we're in a rowboat, like we're rowing. Okay, we're pulling on those oars. So we're working the back and those posture muscles again. Okay, so that's what I want you to think about. You're working the back. Put your mind, connect your mind to what we're doing. You're working the back muscles. We're going to do 4 rows. Okay, and then after we do 4 rows, we're going to do 4 jabs. That's 2 per side. Okay, so it's going to be 4 rows and then 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do that 3 times through until we're done, and that's going to be 1 set of that exercise. So stick with me here. We're going to do a few rounds, so we'll get good at it by the time we're at the end, okay? Let's stay body weight up tall, okay? Up nice and tall. You can do this standing too. The second set, I will show you standing, okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to row for 4. Ready? Sitting up tall, pull. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to jab. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now jab. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time through. Row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now jab. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, that's considered 1 set there, and what we're going to pair with. And as we go through this more and more, I do want to pick up the pace just a little bit. Okay. The next one we're going to do is a similar fashion, 4 and 4. What it's going to look like is our rope pull. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I'm still working the back muscles here. It's like I'm raising the flag on the flagpole, okay? 4, 2 each side, and then we're gonna do 4 hooks. 1, so now my punch kind of hooks around to the side. 3 and 4, okay? So we're gonna do 3 rounds of that 4 and 4. Ready? Rope pull is first. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hooks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Rope pull. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hooks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Rope pull. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now hooks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. That's our 3 sets. Now we're going to put them all together. So we're going to do our first one and then our second one back to back. I'm going to show this round standing up in case there's anyone that would like to do it standing and they need a visual of that. Okay. You can remain seated. You do not have to stand if you're more comfortable sitting. Okay. So going back to the top, we're doing 4 seated high rows. Okay. Like we're in that rowboat. Okay. And then we're going into, I put my palms up to my face, 4 jabs. Okay, that's our first one. Ready? If you're standing up, you're just going to keep your core engaged. I'm going to squeeze my glutes slightly here, standing about hip to shoulder width apart. Here we go. We're going to row in the rowboat for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now jab. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now jab. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now jab. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Next one, rope pull, raising the flag. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hooks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now rope pull. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hooks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Rope pull. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hooks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. That was our second set. We're going to do one more set. So what's essentially what we're getting is we're getting 12 reps in each of those exercises per set. Okay. Last set I am going to go back to seated to do. You don't have to. You can stay standing if you like. And if you feel comfortable with that pattern, if you feel strong, like you can hold on to a light pair of dumbbells, I'm going to just demo this with a pair of dumbbells, or if you have a pair of water or water bottles. Okay. So here we go. Just make sure they're equal weight. We're going to start with our high row for 4. Okay, that rowboat. Ready? And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now jab. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now jab. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now jab. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Going right into our rope pull. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hook. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now rope pull. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hook. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now rope pull. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now hook. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Finished with that block. Okay, we got a lot of pushing and pulling. Okay, our pulling was our rowing and rope pull exercises, and our punches was our pushing exercises. Okay, so nice and balanced for the upper body here. All right, hopefully you feel a little bit warm after those 3 sets, just because we were moving at a quick pace for a good period of time here. So moving on, we're going on to a Tabata. Okay, so still working on the upper body. We're not done there. there's gonna be one exercise that's body weight and 2 with an option for dumbbells. They all 3 can be body weight. I'm just gonna give you 2 with the dumbbell option, so have them close by. Our first one is still working on our posture, okay? So we're doing these, I just call them bat wings because that's what it reminds me of, okay? So just gonna exhale, pull back, and you're still thinking of squeezing the shoulder blades together. We're doing that for 20 seconds, okay? My fingertips are just gently resting on the back of my head as I squeeze and try to pull my elbows back, okay? Our second one is our curl to press. You can do this with just your body weight or your water bottles or a pair of light dumbbells. Curl, press. All right, curl, press, bring it back. Curl, press, bring it back. Okay, that's the second exercise. And then your third one, I'm just going to spin to the side so you can see is our tricep kickbacks. We're getting the back of the arm. My elbows stay nice and close to the body here. Kick back, okay? So when my elbow is extended straight, I'm really squeezing and thinking about the back of the arm. Okay, and you kind of lean forward here, keep the elbows tucked, kick back, okay? All right, so first exercise, we're gonna be sitting up nice and tall. Remember, we're on the clock for this one, okay? This one is for 20 seconds. We're gonna do our bat wings here, okay? Fingertips on the back of the head, squeezing the back of the shoulder. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Exhale, so I'm really thinking of squeezing my shoulder blades together, pulling my elbows back. Don't force it, you know what I mean? Go through your own personal range. You don't wanna, hurt yourself trying to force it. Just move through it. 2 and 1. Okay, rest. If you're using dumbbells, you can pick them up now. You can do this body weight. In fact, the first set I'll do body weight, okay? 3, 2, 1, curl, press, 1. The reps don't matter because we're on time, it's just a habit. Working the shoulders and the biceps here, 2 and 1. Okay, now we're gonna go into that. We're gonna lean forward, okay? We're gonna keep the elbows close to the body here, and we're gonna go into our tricep kickbacks. Here we go. 1. So I'm really squeezing the back of my arm when my arms are extended straight. Next round through, we're gonna go for 3 rounds total. Next round through, I will use the dumbbells just so you get the visual with that if you are using weights. 2 and 1. Good. Okay, we're going back to the top. Additionally, I'm gonna show you what this looks like standing up if you'd like to stand up, okay? So stay seated if you like. We're going back to our bat wings. 2 and 1. Squeeze, pull back. All right, I'm trying to keep my glutes squeezed if I'm standing because I want to keep, that helps keep my core engaged, so I'm not putting too much stress on my lower back. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, the next exercise is our curl to press. This time I will use dumbbells. Again, I'm keeping my core tight and my glutes tight if I'm standing. Otherwise, I'm sitting in the chair doing this. Here we go. Curl, press, bring it back. Curl, press, bring it back. So my knuckles stay out to the side the whole time. Okay, you can do this body weight. You do not have to have dumbbells in order to do this exercise. 2 and 1. Okay, now tricep kickbacks. Okay, so what I'm going to do is my feet are about shoulder width apart. I'm bending forward just like I would be if I'm in the chair. My elbows are close to the body. And here we go. So right here, squeeze. When the arms are long, squeeze. Three, 2, and 1. Okay, we're gonna go through this one more time through before we move on. I'm gonna do this set seated again and with the dumbbells for the last 2 exercises. Here we go, ready? First we start with our bat wings, working on our posture again, okay? Try to sneak a lot of sets of posture into our repertoire here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, curl to press is next. You can do this with or without your weights, right? Your knuckles stay out facing the side. I'm sitting up nice and tall through my chair if I'm seated. Curl, press, bring it back. 2. That's right, the reps don't matter, we're on the clock. About 5 more seconds here. 2 and 1, okay, and lastly, we have our tricep kickback. So I'm seated or standing, I'm leaning forward, keeping those elbows close to the body, and we're gonna go ahead and kick up, kick back, okay, so go ahead and back. Really give a nice squeeze on the back of the arm when they're extended long. We're gonna move on after this set. There's 3, 2, and 1. Okay, guys, Tabata set is done there. We're gonna go into some thoracic movements now. These are going to be body weight. Okay, these ones, let's sit for. We're gonna do our arc over thoracic twist. Okay, so we're gonna get a nice stretch through our low back and our, feel that through your spine, working on obliques too. Again, sitting up nice and tall, okay? It's important to keep that posture, that keeps your core engaged. We're gonna do 10 arc overs, 5 per side, so we kind of get that nice big arm swing. As we exhale, we look behind that back shoulder. And then exhale, look behind the other shoulder. Okay, we have 10 of those. And then we're gonna do 3 forward folds forwards. Or exhale, we're gonna forward fold, tuck the chin round, and slowly come up 1 vertebrae at a time. Okay? All right, so here we go. You notice we're slowly moving down the body, starting with our arc over and twist. Let's get ready. Here we go. 1, looking over that back shoulder. 2, sitting up tall. 3, I love this one. 4, 5, trying to blow the air out of the belly. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, let's sit back to center, okay? Now I'm sitting on the edge of my chair, I'm sitting up nice and tall. I'm gonna inhale, reach my hands up, and then I'm gonna exhale, I'm gonna fold over, rounding my spine, tucking my chin, just holding there for a second, bent over there, feeling that stretch before we gently and very slowly come up 1 vertebrae at a time. Okay, we don't want to get dizzy, so we go nice and slow. Here we go again. Inhale it up. Exhale, fold it down. Feel the stretch through the whole back. Enjoy it. Tuck the chin. And then gently roll up 1 slow vertebrae at a time. Good. We have 1 more of those. Inhale it up. And then exhale, fold it down. Tuck the chin, hold, and then gently roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. Nice stretch for the lower back, the whole back there. We're going to go through that 1 more time. Okay, so we're going to go through our arc over twist here. All right, let's get ready. So arc those hands over like a rainbow. Exhale, and look over that back shoulder. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Face back to center here. We're going to do 3 more forward folds and then we move on. Okay. So we're going to inhale, lift it up, and then exhale, forward fold. Round the spine, tuck the chin. Feel that stretch through the spine and then roll up nice and slow, 1 vertebrae at a time. That should feel good. All right, we're going to do it again. Inhale it up. Exhale, forward fold down. Tuck the chin. Round it up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. And then one more. Inhale it up. And then exhale. Forward fold down. And roll up one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow. Good. And back to center. Okay. Right here, if you want to get a drink to rehydrate a little bit, go ahead. I have tea here, hiding in my cup here. Just herbal tea, caffeine free, just hot water basically, right? All right, so moving right along, we're gonna just go into some wrist stretches real quick, okay? So let's just do some wrist rolls first. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now just open and close for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to wrist roll in the other direction, if you can remember what direction that is. 1, 2, I had to think about it for me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, let's give a little stretch out. We just mobilize the wrist joint there a little bit. Now we're just going to stretch the inside of the forearm here by holding those fingertips, palm facing away. Big inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Shake that out. Stay on the same arm and let's do the opposite side. So now my knuckles are facing away. I'm still pulling those fingertips in, but now I'm stretching the top of my forearm. Okay, instead of the inside, I'm stretching the outside now. And then inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. We're going to do the same thing on the other side now. We're going to start with stretching the inside of the forearm by pulling those fingertips back. Okay. Two big breaths. And then shake that out. Now we're going to get the top, the outside. All right. So those knuckles are facing away from us now. We're still pulling those fingertips back. Good. All right, and one more time. Let's do 5 wrist rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Feels nice. I can feel that blood flow kind of get to my fingertips there. Okay. So good. So we're going into some lower body work. Okay. And we are going on a different timer today. We are going on 30 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest. So it's a little more than the Tabata. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is our seated march. I'm going to show you can do this standing too. And also you have a dumbbell option with this one. If you want to get a little extra gusto, a little extra oomph, all right, hold those dumbbells as you swing. And remember, we're really looking for that opposite hand to foot pattern here, okay? We want opposite hand to foot. Remember, that's really good for our cognitive health, okay? It's really good to help with that, to decrease the onset of like dementia and Alzheimer's, okay? We're thinking about using the opposite sides of our body is good for our brain, okay? All right, so you don't have to use dumbbells to do the march, and you can do it seated, or you can do it standing, okay? All right, you can do it seated or standing. We're doing that for 30 seconds. After that, we're going to be going into ankle raises, ankle raises, okay? So we're lifting those heels up, all right? And we're working on our calves. We're getting that ankle mobility, and we're strengthening our calves, okay? So that's our second one we're going to be doing for 30 seconds. And then our last one is our sit to stand, okay? So you will need your chair for the last one. The last two for you don't need one for the ankle raises. You could use your chair for the back if you prefer to stand. You're just going to hold on to the back of your chair and come up to your tippy toes and back down. Okay, so there's a standing option for that. And with the last one, you will need your chair for sit to stand. All right, so this is We've got 30 seconds of this, okay? And if you need to stop short of 30 seconds, please listen to your body, okay? Don't feel you have to go all 30 seconds if it's just too long. I want you to go at your own pace, and we're gonna stand up and tap it down. Stand up, tap it down. Stand up, tap it down. Again, if this is too much, if that up and down is too much, remember your option is always to go to your hover, where you're just lifting up. I'm just putting my hands on the side of my chair, and I'm lifting my butt up off the chair, and then I'm sitting back down. So I'm lifting it up, I'm hovering over my seat, and then I'm coming back down. Hovering and coming back down. And if you have a chair with arms, that's probably going to be even a little bit, you know, more conducive to doing that. Okay, I just don't have a chair with arms, so I do it this way. Okay, all right, so we're on the clock. Okay, starting with our seated march, this first seated or standing march. For round 1, I'll do it seated without weights. Round 2, I'll do it standing with weights. And round 3, I'll do it seated with weights. Okay, here we go. Seated march in 3 or standing, 2 and 1. Let's go. Opposite hand and foot. All right, go at your pace. If my pace is too fast or too slow, pick one that works better for you. All right, we're getting those hip flexors going. We're getting that core. Getting a little bit of cardio here. We've got 10 more seconds, and then we're going to go into our ankle raises. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now we have 10 seconds of rest. Next is ankle raises. So you can either stand and hold onto the back of your chair to lift up off your onto your toes, or you can stay seated. Here we go. Lifting the heels up and down. You can add a little resistance by just pressing your hands onto the top of your thighs to just create a little bit more resistance there. You don't have to. If you feel good stretch and strength through just the ankle raises itself, just stay there. 2 and 1. Okay. Next one is our sit to stand. Remember, just hover off your chair if it's too much to go up and down. And don't feel you have to go all 30 seconds if it's too much, okay? Here we go. Stand it up and sit it down. My feet are about shoulder width apart. 2. Go at your own pace. If my pace is not good for you, then pick one that's good for you, okay? The most important thing here is just doing it with quality repetitions, okay? That means you get 3 quality repetitions out of the 30 seconds. That is what I want, okay? All right, back to the top, guys. So this time I am going to do it standing with the dumbbells. Please stay seated if that's best for you, okay? Here we go, march. So again, this is challenging our core, our hip flexors, our cardio, our heart, okay? The dumbbells are optional. You do not need the dumbbells. I'm just showing different ways that this can be done, how you can progress it to make it a little more challenging. 2 and 1. Okay, we have ankle raises next. So you're either going to do these seated. Okay, we're going to raise those heels. Or if you prefer to do it standing, I'm going to hold on to the back of my chair. And here we go. Just tippy toes and down. All right. Keep going there. Good. This helps with our ankle mobility as well as strengthening our calves. We have our sit to stand next. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Our next exercise is our sit to stand. Okay. So keep this one body weight. All right. And remember, just apply the hover if the sit to stand is too much. So here we go. Now remember, just quality reps. We're going to go through this series one more time after this. If you need to spend a couple seconds sitting down before you stand up again, that's what you do, okay? All right, we're gonna go through it one more time, guys, okay? One more time. Back to our march. I'm gonna do this one seated with dumbbells. I'm trying to show all three options here we have, okay? Here we go. Please stay with body weight if that's best. Nice and tall through the spine. Make sure you're breathing. Last time doing these today. Three, two, and one. Okay, good. Now we're going to go into our ankle raises. And if you do have dumbbells, maybe you just want to put them on top of your thighs here and hold them in place, or your water bottles, okay? You don't have to. Here we go. All right, raising those heels. I can really feel the blood flow starting to flow down into my legs here now. Getting that blood circulating through the body. Nice strong inhales and exhales. Get that oxygen into the blood. 2 and 1, all done with those. Okay, I'm gonna put my dumbbells down to the side if you have them, and we're going into our last round of sit to stand. Remember, you work on your hover if this sit to stand is too much, and only go for quality reps, okay? That means if you have to stay down here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then stand up again, that's what you do, okay? You need to work at a rate that feels good and productive for your body. All right, it's okay if it's a little bit hard, right? Sometimes exercise is supposed to feel a little bit challenging, but we don't want pain. We don't want acute pain, okay? 2 and time. Okay, guys. That was a big set. That was the biggest set we've done so far. So I'm curious to see what you guys think. Let me know, okay? We're not done yet though, okay? We still have some leg exercises to do here, and then we will have some more leg exercises, and then we will be done. This is for reps, not for time. I'm sitting up nice and tall. I'm closer to the edge of my chair. You will need the chair for this one. We're doing our leg extensions. So we're going to alternate. So I want you to have that foot flexed when you extend it straight. And what we're going to be doing is, by doing that, we're squeezing the muscle on top of the leg. We're strengthening this one. And we're also simultaneously stretching the underside of the leg. Okay? So we're going to alternate for 10 there. And then we're going to go, into these lateral toe taps. So again, on the edge of your chair here, so that you can tap your foot out to the side. I love this. I love these. You know I do. I love when we can open up those hip flexors and get a nice stretch through that groin area. Okay, we do a lot of sitting. It's important to stretch out there, okay? So tap, tap, okay? So we're doing lateral taps, right? You should feel a nice stretch through the inside of your groin and hip flexor right through here, okay? All right, and then the last one we're doing is quickly becoming one of my new favorites too, is our crossover crunch. So basically, think of your knee to elbow, crossing over. So I'm lifting up that knee and crossing over, trying to get you don't have to make your elbow and knee touch, but that's the direction you're thinking of going, okay, as you twist. And we're gonna do 5 per side on that one as well. All right, so here we go. In 3, we're starting with those leg extensions. In 3, 2, 1, we're gonna extend, flex foot, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, sitting up tall. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we got 10 per side on the leg extensions. Now we're going to do 5 per side on the lateral taps. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, edge of chair. I'm going to come out to the side and tap. 1, 2, other side. 3, 4. Go through your range of motion. You should just feel stretched. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, okay? Same reps, we're gonna do our crossover, our elbow to knee. Okay, they don't have to touch, right? You're going in the direction. All right, so here we go. 1, twist it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Back to the top. We're going to go to our leg extensions. We're doing 10 per side on this, okay? Sitting up nice and tall. This is round 2. We're going to go ahead and extend and flex. Okay, squeeze that top of the leg. 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. That was 10 per side on the leg extensions. Now we're doing 5 per side on the lateral taps. Sitting up nice and tall, edge of the seat. Here we go. Tap out to the side. 1, feel that stretch. Doesn't that feel nice? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good for our hip mobility. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right. Still sitting up nice and tall. We have our crossover crunches for 5 per side. Okay. Here we go. Elbow towards the knee. 1, and exhale as you rotate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, very good. Shake it out for a second. We're still going to do one more round of that. All right, one more round, and then we have 2 exercises to finish off with. Okay, and that'll just be 2 sets. All right. So here we go. Last time through, 10 leg extensions per side. So I'm sitting up nice and tall. All right. 90-degree bend through the knee. I'm going to go ahead and extend and straighten that leg and flex the foot so that I squeeze that quadricep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All done with those. Okay, shake it out for a second. We're going to go into our 5 per side lateral taps. So still sitting up nice and tall, edge of chair so we can get that leg out to the side and tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, very good. All done with those. Our last one is our 5 per side crossover crunches. So we're just making that elbow go in the direction of the knee as we twist. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, very good. What I like about those is that works our abs and our obliques and gets that good rotation movement in. But it also, it's sneaky because it gets your inner thigh in because you're kind of doing this twist. So you're actually like strengthening your inner thigh as you lift it up and over to the side here, okay? All right, we're on to our last set. We're gonna do hip circles and our lateral lunge hold. We're gonna hold, okay? So first set, I'm gonna do hip circles seated. Second set, I'll do standing, okay? And you can choose if you wanna remain seated for your second step, okay? So with those, we're gonna do 10 seated, okay? So we're gonna go in one direction and then the other. So what I want you to do is kind of be on the edge of your chair so you've got some room to kind of lean forward and back. Not so far forward in your chair that you feel you're gonna fall out of it, but just enough that you get a little bit of wiggle room there, okay? So I'm staying nice and tall here, all right? And I'm just gonna rotate through. Oh, and that the other thing, guys, I'm sorry, keep your feet wide. You'll be able to kind of get into your hips a little bit more here. So I'm wide, my feet are a little bit wider than my shoulders, okay? So here we go. 1, gives you more stability too. 2, 3, just go through your range. 4, 5, let's switch directions at 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's switch again for 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. And what we're going to pair with that is our lateral, our hip flexor and groin stretch. So I'm sitting on the edge of my chair. This is a seated stretch here. All right. I've got a 90-degree bend through my knee on this leg. I'm not stretching. And then the leg I'm stretching, just like our lateral taps, I'm bringing out to the side. All right. And I'm just moving my body around slightly to see where I feel that pull, that stretch right through here the most. You may even feel it for your calf. Like right now, I feel it in my calf too, because I'm kind of extending my leg long there. And we're just holding, all right? Just hold it. Big inhales and exhales here. Again, we do a lot of sitting in our day, and we get really tight through here. We get weak through our glutes and tight through our hip flexors. So this stretch helps release the tightness, okay? And then when we do our exercises like our sit to stands, our lateral taps, they're all good for strengthening the glutes, okay? You know, I'm a big fan of glute bridges too. I find that's hard to do in a class here. Let's go ahead and gently release and get the other side. But you know, I always suggest doing that off the bed if getting up and down off the floor is not a good time, okay? So 90-degree bend on the non-stretching leg here, extend the other one straight, okay? Find where you feel that stretch. You might have, everybody's body's different, so you might have to lean in a certain different way to feel that stretch. You might feel the stretch more on one side than the other, and that's normal too. None of us are completely symmetrical, okay? We all have little imbalances here and there. And just breathing through it. One of my favorite stretches. Say it every class. Come on, you're with me. You know I say it every class. All right, and let's come out of that. And then we're just going to do this one more time, the second time. So with your, stay here for your hip circles if you need to. This time we're just going to do 5 and 5. We're going to do a little less. Okay, you can either stay here, okay, or you can stand up with me. All right, and increase the challenge a little bit. It just looks slightly different because instead of it being all upper body, now your lower body kind of moves too. Okay, think of like that hula hoop pattern. Okay, so I'm going to stay to the side because I feel like you get a better visual of what this movement looks like from the side from a standing, you know, perspective. All right, so here we go. We're going to go 5 in one direction. We're going to go 5 and remain seated if it's best for you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, just 5 and 5 for that set. And now we're going to go back to our seated stretch for one more round. Okay, really get into those hips. All right, so here we go. Back to that 90-degree bend through the knee that we're not stretching right now. Okay, and extending the leg that we are stretching and searching for it. You want to feel it in that hip flexor groin area. And again, when I have my foot like this, I feel it through my calf too. It's okay if you don't. My calves are probably a little bit tight right now, but sometimes you will feel your stretch in other areas, and that's fine, you know. Breathe. Good, and gently, gently, gently release. Okay, now we're gonna put a 90-degree bend through that leg we just stretched and extend the other one straight, okay? And then again, just kind of move your body around slightly to where you feel. Like for me, there's my spot right here, right? That's my spot. I just have to bend forward ever so slightly and breathe. Good. And then bring it back to center. Okay, go ahead and sit back in your chair. We're gonna go ahead and inhale our arms up. Put the palms together, exhale, bring them down to heart. One more time, inhale up. Palms together, exhale, bring them to heart. Okay, guys, that was today's class. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you have any questions. You know, I'm always happy to help to the best of my ability. And I hope you all have a great rest of the week.
Hi, everyone. This is Z from Yonkers Public Library. Thanks so much to Sally Pinto and Alexis and Barbara from Newark. Thank you to our community partners, WJCS, the City of Yonkers Office for the Aging, Westchester County Legislator Ruth Walter, Friends of Crestwood Library, and Yonkers Public Library for making this phenomenal partnership. And we thank each and every one of you for being part of our wellness community. Be well, stay well.